UK's Channel 4 is coming out with a new documentary that talks about the issue of pup play. In fact, the documentary is called Secret Life of Human Pups, and if you don't know much about this, we have a trailer of the documentary for you, and then we'll get into the details. Take a look.
We are a nation of dog lovers. But meet the men who don't just want to own a dog.
Come on, babe.
They want to be one.
Everybody loves a puppy.
Good boy.
It isn't the seedy activity people think it is.
Secret Life of the Human Pups.
Man. So The Secret Life of Human Pups is a sympathetic look at the world of pup play, a movement that grew out of the BDSM community and has exploded in the last 15 years. One person says, while the pup community is a broad church, human pups tend to be male, gay, have an interest in dressing in leather, wear dog-like hoods, enjoy tactile interactions like stomach rubbing or ear tickling, play with toys, eat out of bowls, and are often in a relationship with their human handlers.
They don't, nothing about this story is true. Nothing. And in part is that quote, which I loved, because like it starts with things that, like, with some facts, like obviously to whatever, first of all, it hasn't exploded, okay? Like there's 30 of them and they got 9 of the 30 to be on TV. Sympathetic look at the world, a movement that grew out of the BDSM community, okay? Yeah. And has exploded in the last 15 years, okay? I'll give it to him. And it made it much easier. While the pup community is a broad church, human pups tend to be male, gay, I buy it. But then they just start dressing in leather, right, which is okay. But then they just start listing the things that they do once you do it. Like they don't, nobody tends to enjoy tactile interactions like stomach rubbing. Like that's what they do because that's what you do to dogs. Like nobody, there's no one in here who's like, well, I liked eating out of a bowl to begin with. And then I found the pup community, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I was thinking the same thing, like, nobody's like, man, I just love getting my stomach rubbed. Maybe I'm a dog.
Definitely right.
You know what? I'm gonna get dressed up in a leather outfit and let another man handle me. Right? There's some chance that you got in the outfit first.
Yeah, you got in the outfit first before you were like, I really like ear tickling. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Look, I don't know what the numbers are, but I know that this is a community. Like we've talked about the furry community, we've talked about, different fetishes that people have, and this is one type of fetish, and it's an interesting fetish to say the least. And I think that it's actually pretty brave to come out there and say that this is the kind of sexual interaction that you like.
I just like the way we all in life talk about things and like our sort of fear of offending, and it's fine. Like, bravo, go for it. Whatever frickin' works and helps you connect with people. But like, not everything is just because 75 people do it doesn't make it a phenomenon.
But
it doesn't
I think
make
it's
it a
more
TV
than
show.
75 people. Look, again, I don't have numbers, but like, there's a convention for the furry community, and before we even knew about that convention, if we covered that story, we'd be like, there's probably like 5 people that are part of the furry community. And then you hear about this convention, and there's like thousands of people that go every year. It's a larger community than you think, and I think this is just one component of that. I'm not an expert on it, but I don't want to pretend like there's only like a few people and we're just making this story up. I think it exists, and I think this documentary is trying to point that out.
Okay, I'm going to be harsher. First of all, I like that Anna is almost like a spokesperson for the furry community.
You know why? Because you guys
are so pro-furry.
I'm going to say it, because you guys are too judgmental, man. People are into weird things. People like to get shit on in bed.
They do, but
there are people who are into that. So
to be fair, I also judge them.
Okay, you do.
Okay, so now let's break it down. First of all, I'm an American. I believe in freedom. I love that they exist, and even though they're not in America, but I'm sure a contingent is all in the pup community is also in America. And I wouldn't take any of their rights away. I would celebrate their rights. Okay, have at it, Hoss. Go get them. Okay, fetch. Okay, so now. No, I'm trying to help them with their identity. Okay, now I'm going to be much worse than Ben. I don't believe there's a pup identity. Sorry. Okay, do I believe that you enjoy dressing up as a dog for many different sexual reasons and maybe non-sexual reasons for a sliver of you? Yeah, I believe that, right?
And but you might like, in a community, you might like hanging out with other people. Like, it's okay.
Yeah,
I think it all ultimately probably leads to sex, but that's okay too.
Yeah, look, likely the driving thing is you like somebody to handle you, right? And you want to be a dog.
Right.
You probably want to be a dirty dog, right? So I get it. Fine, have at it, Hoss. But it's not like your kid is born and he's like, whoa. I feel like I was born a puppy. Like, no, because then you're mocking things that are real. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think that's what they're even saying, though. Like, I don't think that they're saying, like, I was born a puppy, but I'm in the, body of a human. Like, I don't think that this is, like,
some do.
a gender identity crisis. Yeah, I mean, look, I think that she's an example of a rare case, right? But I think that this is just, it's a sexual preference. It's a thing that they like in their relationships, and there's nothing wrong with it. As you've already mentioned, there's nothing wrong with it. I want to read you a quote from Tom, who's a theater engineer.
Yes, I want you to.
He was in a heterosexual relationship with a woman,
do you have the picture by any chance?
I do. So he was in a heterosexual relationship, and then it ended after his pup identity became like, the straw that broke the camel's back, as he mentions, right? He said, I had this moment of panic because a puppy without a collar is a stray. They don't have anyone to look after them. I started chatting to Colin online, and he offered to look after me. It's a sad thing to say, but there's not a lot of love. But what I have got is someone who is there for me, and I'm happy with that.
Okay, so let me tell you what actually happened, okay? Tom says he found his pup identity. Okay, and then...
He had a fiance,
yeah,
and then he realized his pup identity.
And then he say, I wouldn't say that it was the catalyst of our breakup, but it was the straw that broke the camel's back. You probably mean the puppy's back. But no, that was the catalyst. Okay, that's what happened. You realized you were a dog and she wasn't into it. And maybe she should have been into it, but she wasn't, right? That's not like, hey, Tom, you won't take out the garbage and we haven't gone on a date night in a while. Plus, you're a puppy, right? No, it was that you were a puppy. That was the main issue, right? So, second of all, Tom, I don't know if you know this, you're gay. Okay? So, like, this was the relationship that he was in, and you can tell in the picture, is not having it. They break up.
What do you mean? They look super.
Okay. And again, look, a lot of people look at that and go, oh, Jesus Christ, with that dog, right? But I'm not judging. Have at it. Just understand that you were bound to be Colin's dog.
I think that...
And that's what turns you on. Don't give me the stuff about the pup identity and how it might have been mainly about the trash, but also a little bit about you being a puppy.
Look, all I'm saying is that humans are complex, okay? And we're psychoanalyzing people that we don't know based on a brief article that we wrote or read about a documentary airing in the UK. I have no idea what their identity is or what they relate to or why it is that they like this type of lifestyle. All I know is it exists, and it's interesting.
Agreed on that.
I agree. I don't think it would be as interesting if we didn't make fun of it a little bit. But I totally agree. And we don't have any idea what we're talking about. And that woman, Rachel, is super brave for putting herself in this documentary. Like, I'm sure plenty of people were like, I had a fiance, and then it turned out he wanted to be a puppy, and he wore this costume, and he left me for Colin, who's his handler. Pass on going on television and talking about this,
Yeah,
and she didn't, and she did, and she's brave, and I hope they're all happy. And of course, everybody's got weird stuff. This one is just when you dress like an animal, it's extra. The reason they're putting it on TV is they know we'll laugh. I would get super claustrophobic in the dog hat. Yeah, the top part of being a dog. The rest of it I could wear.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's too many barriers to having fun. Like, if you're dressed like that, It's
Totally.
not for me. I don't judge anyone who's into it, but like, I want everything out in the open.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm into that.
Yeah, you're worried because you get hot in there and you'd be
Oh my God!
you'd be a hot dog. And you're worried about, hey, when do we take it out?
Yes.
So who let the dogs out?
When will we let the dog out? Yeah. Okay, you're single, Cenk, okay? You're not married, forget about everything. And you're about to hook up with an insanely hot supermodel.
Okay,
and she
I'm
asks
ready.
you to put on that outfit that we saw in that picture, that Dalmatian outfit, leather. You got everything, like skin tight.
That is such a good question.
See,
I'm so at 50-50.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you do.
No, because this day and age, she's going to take a picture.
Totally.
And I can't have a picture like
okay, there's
that.
no pictures.
There's no evidence that it's you, though. You're wearing that dog mask.
No, you know it was Jack.
Okay. All right. I'll answer in a post game. Okay.
All right, fair enough.
TYTnetwork.com/Jordan. Partly because I got to think about it more.